Hi, good
Hi.
afternoon. Nice to meet you and welcome to our agency. My name is Murat Dikum, but you can call me Murat. How about you?
My name is Heidi.
Oh, Heidi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you also.
Okay, and now, just so you know, I want to once again welcome you to our agency. This is Alina Hospital,
Hmm.
and I'm one of the social workers. What we do is we try to build a strong relationship between our patients and our doctors. Try
Okay.
to help them, seek their goals, identify areas where they are having difficulties,
Okay.
so they can have a better treatment and be able to, get a good lifestyle or whatever their difficulties are. So once again, welcome and feel free if there's any question that you feel you wish to find out about us. I'll be right there to willing to help you. I will go ahead and start by explaining to you uh, what uh, our policies are,
Okay.
and there's pretty much a lot of them. And the big one which we'll focus on today is informed consent. And what
Okay.
is that all about? Informed consent is just more like giving you that assurance,
Hmm.
that everything we share here today, everything that you say to me, everything I say to you, will stay in the agency, will stay in this building. Nothing will be shared out for any reason.
Okay.
The only exception would be if for some reason I realize in the course of our conversation, our assessment, our interview, that you there's any possible instance where you might want to hurt yourself or hurt somebody,
Okay.
then I'm obliged, and I have that right to report that. And I'm not reporting that just because I'm trying to hurt your feelings, but I'm doing that for your own safety and the safety of that individual out there. Other than that, everything which we will discuss today stays in the office. So here is the informed consent
Okay.
form, which I'm going to hand it over to you.
Okay.
You take a couple minutes and read over it. Then at the bottom, you sign your name and you date. And in the course of going through it, if there's any question or anything that doesn't seem clear enough, you should feel free to ask, because by the time you sign at the bottom, that tells me that you've read and understand everything.
Okay.
Is there any question with that?
No, I think I understand everything you
Okay, and
explained to me.
that's it right
Thank
there.
you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And the last sheet which we have here is your client intake form. I'm just going to go over it with you real quick. And if there's any question or anything which you might have written down and maybe you need further explanation, you should feel free to ask me. Your address is right there. And Heidi is your name. You live in Grand Forks. And how long have you been in Grand Forks?
I've been living here for almost a year.
Oh, do you like it so far?
Yeah, I like it. It's
And
okay.
where do you move from?
Devil's Lake.
Oh, well, that's still North Dakota. So, do
Yeah.
you ever plan of moving back when you're done with your school?
Yep, I'm just here for school, and then once I'm done with school I will move back home to Devils Lake, where me and my husband and our children have always lived.
Oh, I see that. I see that.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. And we've been referred by the police, and the emergency contact is there, and everything looks good. Okay, everything seems okay. I really don't have any question much about this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep this,
Okay.
and we have every information which we need. If for some reason, maybe a phone number change of address or anything, you can always feel free to get to us, so we make sure we have your information updated in the system.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yep.
Okay, now let's get to business, Heidi. Tell me, why are you sitting right in front of me?
Well, what had happened is I was in a car accident.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Do you hurt yourself?
No, I didn't actually hurt myself, and thank God I didn't hurt anybody else in the accident.
How about the car? Was it more like damage or just a little bit of
The young boy that I hit,
yeah?
his car actually had more damage than my car did. So I'm just luckily and thankful that he's okay, and he
Yeah.
wasn't hurt in any way. So,
Okay. And hope your insurance is fine and you are good with that, because
yep,
that might be also another stressful moment added to this,
yeah, we
which we really
both
don't
had
want.
insurance, so it made the issue a lot easier.
Oh,
So,
that was so nice to hear.
yeah.
Okay, so just going back to what you said, you were involved in a car accident,
Mhm.
and when the cops came, for some reason they decided to do like a DUI test, and
Mhm.
your level was 0.09,
Yeah.
which that's pretty much high,
Yeah.
and they had to refer you to our agency
Mhm.
so we can work with you on that while you're also receiving your medical treatment, because from what I see in my report, you have a little bit of a bruises which you need some medical attention.
Yeah.
So welcome again to my office, and nice meeting you,
Mhm.
and we'll try to be as brief as possible and make sure we cover everything. And like I said again, feel free to ask any question which you have any doubt, and
Mhm.
that's why I'm pretty much here to work with you to get some goals set up for you. So let's go ahead and see where things look at as of now. You just tell me any. Do you tell me something about your medical history?
Well, after I had my children, I am overweight, and
Mm.
when I was tested, and then I went in for some a physical after, and I do have high blood pressure.
Oh, and are you on any high blood pressure medication for that?
I am now. I am taking a high blood pressure medication daily.
Or like how often do you take it?
I just have to take it once a day. I have to take it in the morning, every morning, like a
Okay.
few hours before I just start my day, or if I have anything to eat or anything
Okay.
like that.
Okay, that's fine. I was
Hmm.
about to be a little bit worried about if you are taking it in the evening, then maybe you have to go out and drink. That combination might be a
Oh,
little bit more concerned. But it's good, you're on high blood pressure, on hypertension medication, and you're sticking with your medication. That seems
yeah.
pretty good, and I can tell it's working pretty well for you.
Yeah, I have it under control now. I did buy
Mm,
like a high blood pressure cup, and
okay.
I do check it frequently, and it's been better, and I've been trying to actually exercise and walk more with it too, so that will help me.
Oh, pretty much. Oh, I like to hear that. Oh, that's pretty good.
Hmm.
And nice sharing that information with you. And I encourage you to keep doing that and just stay on track.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, now, looking at the information which we get into our agency, it says you are married
Hmm.
and you have children. Can you share with me a little bit about that?
Yep, I am married to my husband Eric. We've been married for um 5 years now,
Oh, that's
and then we
nice.
share two children together, two girls. They're 4 and 6.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And do you guys live together?
Yep, we all live together here in Grand Forks.
Oh, that's nice. So when you moved from
Devils
Devil's
Lake.
Lake to Grand Forks, you all guys moved together?
Yep, we all moved together.
Okay. And your husband, does he work?
Yep, he works. He's a like a grain inspector on the trains, so he's pretty busy with work.
Oh, that's how nice. Busy family.
Yeah.
And your kids are doing pretty good with school, right?
Yeah, my children do pretty good in school.
Okay, that's nice to hear that. Thanks for also sharing that information. Oh, and following up to that, I might, from time to time, go around it, but we still have to come back to, one of the reasons why you're actually here. I see, there's some issues of binge drinking.
Yeah.
And do you have any reason why, like, you like want to go out and drink? Is there anything behind it, or you just doing that for like socializing? Just share some information with me about
Well, I am stressed. I do have a lot of stress with bills and just life and my children in school. And
Yeah.
I just try to get out and socialize with, classmates from college. And
Oh, I do
um,
realize that.
I do have, childhood friends that live in the same town as me. And we like to meet up because that's the only time we can meet up.
Yeah.
Because when we both get back to Devil's Lake, or all of us get back to Devil's Lake, we don't have time. So we like to do it here a lot in
Oh,
Grand
okay.
Forks.
Okay. And how often do you guys go out and drink?
Um,
Is like an everyday thing or just weekends?
Maybe once a week or every weekend,
Oh,
depending on how I feel.
okay. Okay. And have you ever thought about maybe like not wanting to go?
Yeah, it's not that I feel that I'm like addicted to it and that I need alcohol. It's just
Yeah.
life that brings me to want to be out socializing with my childhood friends and my classmates and whoever's there. And then I get into situations like this where I'm now here having to
Mm-hmm.
get, evaluation and treatment, but I'm willing to get the help because I know I need it for myself and for my family and children. So,
Okay, that's nice to know. Most often when you guys when you plan go out to drink, let's say on a typical weekend, let's take for example like on a Saturday.
hmm
Oh, do you always like call your friends and like find out, hey, what are you guys doing tonight? Or they are the ones who always call you?
I always call them,
And
ask them.
and has there been any instance where maybe you make a phone call and maybe they are not willing to go and you are the one who put the pressure or the pressure always comes from them
No, I probably put the pressure on my friends.
and probably they will just accept just so they don't want to maybe hurt your feelings or
Yeah,
something like that?
maybe.
Okay, I see how that friendship thing is working. Okay, nice to know that. Thanks for sharing. Okay, I'm going to explain two things to you, which I'm going to use.
Okay.
We have two tools that I'm going to use, and based on those tools, we'll be able to work on certain issues and come out with a common plan, a common goal on how to work with your drinking issue.
Okay.
The first one is called an eco map, and an eco map is just a graphical presentation of your relationship with your environment. It can be more of like maybe friends,
Okay.
school, socializing, work, uh, just anything outside your environment.
Okay.
So, and based on the situation which we have in front of us, I will want to look at your relationship with a couple of things,
Okay.
and I'll ask you a few questions. Then you tell me how that relationship is working.
Okay.
So the first one that I would like us to look at would be uh, yeah. The first one I would like us to look at is uh, tell me your relationship with school. How's everything going? As concerned, does your drinking does it have any effect with maybe your performance in school? Do you always get to class late? Do you still maybe feel drowsy in class? Like how is that going for you?
Okay. Um. Well, I don't really go to during like I have class during usually like Mondays and Thursdays,
Yeah,
and I try not to drink during the week
yeah,
because I just know that it would cause an issue.
I get that. So do you want to say you have a good relationship with school?
Yeah, I feel it's pretty good.
Okay, so just to make our presentation looks more readable, I'm
Mhm.
just gonna do like a straight line right here.
Okay.
And uh, how about are you also getting positive feedback from school? Like maybe your advisor and teachers
Oh
is
yeah.
that have you ever had any instance where maybe you get like an email from a teacher saying,
Mhm.
oh, so and so day you were not really active in class and maybe that's being related to you staying up at night? Have you ever had any instances where you feel you know the communication from both sides is not really
Yeah.
solid, or you think everything is okay both ends?
With school, I feel like I have a really good advisor because I'm in the
Yeah,
social work program, and
yeah.
um, like I said, I try not to go out or drink during the week as
Okay,
much
which is good.
now that the semester is going on more. So they reach out to me, and I feel I have a good relationship with my professors and advisor, and um, I don't feel like I have any concerns there.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and put a double arrow at both ends, which states that there's that
Hmm.
positive communication at
Yeah.
both ends. You are pretty much giving as much as you're receiving from school, and there's nothing lacking anywhere. And do you go to church?
No, I'm not
Okay.
really religious. I
Oh,
mean, I'm Catholic. I believe in God, but
yeah.
we are inconsistent with the church. So
Okay. So don't feel offended. Like I said, this is just like a graphical
yeah.
presentation, just so when we look at it, we actually know where we are working at. So when I put like a broken line here, what I'm just trying to tell myself and tell you is that you, like you being a Catholic, you are aware about, there's church out there, you can always go,
Mhm.
but you have your own reasons why you don't really, have that, direct connection,
Mhm.
and that, I would say like 100% attendance. And how about your friends? What's your relationship with your friends like?
Just like a drinking relationship.
Yeah, which you want to think is pretty much solid.
Yeah.
And is it both ends?
Yeah, it seems like it's always me having to reach out to them to
Hmm.
meet up and go to the bar or
Okay, so just like we did for school, I'm gonna do an arrow, and I'll do, one direction, which says, you are the one reaching out to your
yeah.
friends. Okay, that sounds pretty good. And one couple more would be, how about your extended family? Are you having like a strong relationship with them? Do you talk to them more? Do you guys like meet often, interact, or you are really not into your extended family?
Not really into my extended family. I don't have a big family at all.
Okay.
So I just pretty much just my husband, that's there and
Mm-hmm.
tries to help support me and yeah.
Okay, that's pretty much so. Just like we did for church, put. But is there any conflict going on, or there's just that
Conflict
limited
and
connection?
conflict and just that no connection, never was really raised around, just never really had contact with
Okay,
them.
okay. So we'll do that broken line. Then the reason why I'll do something like a crooked line is just to tell us that there's some
Yeah.
I hate using the word conflict, but it just tells us that everything is not really smooth right there.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll not like I'll try not to get into that, because like you said, it really have little or no influence on your personal life.
Okay.
Okay, the last one which we want to talk about is your relationship with work.
Mhm.
Do you like work?
Um Not right now. I just quit my job to
Well,
focus more on school.
so was it like you just had to quit, or does it have anything to do with you having so much stress from work, or you just quit for to pay more focus, more attention on your family and your kids?
More on my family, my children in school.
So it was more of like a voluntary quitting kind of thing.
Yeah, it wasn't because of my drinking issue. It was
Okay.
just I feel I have a just doesn't wasn't working out like my schedule with school and my
Mhm.
kids and it just didn't work.
So if I have to maybe contact your job right now, from a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think like your maybe co-worker, supervisor, what do you think they might say about you
I
in
think
relation to work?
I think I would be at a 9 or a 10. I was a very dependable, hard worker,
Mhm.
respected my coworkers, and like I said, it just didn't work out because of school and my children. But I feel like I had a good work ethic, and yeah,
Okay, so for that reason, I'm just going to do like a straight line.
okay.
And do you think, that good working relationship was at both ends. You
Yeah.
giving positive feedback, they also giving the same to you.
Mhm.
Okay, sound pretty good. And I think we've covered everything about the eco map. And like I said again, this just give us some graphical presentation about your relationship with your outside environment.
Okay.
And I can see some good areas, broken areas, and you've explained everything, and we know why this looks the way it looks like. And now let's go now to your genogram. A genogram is more like an eco map, it's still a graphical presentation, but this is more about now yourself, your family, and within the family. So
Okay.
while the eco map looks more of outside, the genogram looks more of inside. Your relationship with your dad, your mom, your siblings, uncles, aunts, kids, relationship between the kids, relationship between the kids and grandmom, granddad, just things that happen
Okay.
within the family. Then from there, we're able to figure out, where we have some stressors, and maybe that might be a little bit related to maybe I'm have to go out and have a drink tonight because my husband yelled at me. Things like that. We'll try to figure out what is causing something from happening and what will make something from not happening. So something like that. So the first question I might want to find out from you is what's your relationship with your husband like as of now?
It's good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And you think it's on both ways?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say you have some solid relationship with your
Yeah.
husband. Okay, that's fine right there. And I'll make a double line just to say Heidi and Eric are in a very solid relationship. And now, how about your parents? Are they still alive?
They're alive. My father, there's no relationship really there. My mom, there is a relationship.
Yeah. So you have a very uh,
Weak relationship with my father.
weak relationship with your father, but positive with your mother. Then how about your mom and your dad? Are they married?
No, they're not married. They were never married.
They were never married.
They're split up
Okay.
since I was young.
Oh, so and they've never lived together. So is it like you grew up with your mom?
I actually grew up with my grandma.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
mean, now that I'm older, I have a strong relationship with my
Yeah.
mother, but um, there was some alcoholism there where she couldn't care for me.
Oh, I get that. So, and that is right. Yeah. And you say you have a very good relationship with your mom,
Now I
but
do,
not
yeah.
yeah, but not with your dad. So I'm gonna do. And you think that's also both ways?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, and how about your kids? You say you have two daughters, Sam and Erica. And how is the relationship like between you and your two daughters and your husband and your two daughters?
I think we all have a good relationship. My children they're younger yet, so they're not
Yeah,
at the age where we're running into so many issues yet, and I feel me and my husband have good parenting when I'm not wanting to go out and
yeah.
go to the bar.
Okay. And the last question, which I want to find out from you about your genogram, is your relationship, the relationship between your two daughters. I know most often, half of the time, they're always like very good mates. They play together, do stuff together. But we've come across situations where in some homes you might be like, oh, I can't believe this is happening. But there's
Yeah.
always a little bit of tension. So
Yeah.
how is that working?
My younger one, I feel would be more, well, because she's younger, so she's more like close to me and
Yeah,
gets more jealous of the older one. But otherwise, I think that they do really well.
like getting along together and
Yeah.
stuff,
Yep.
And they all both go to the same school.
My 4-year-old, she is in daycare and she goes to Head Start half the day, and then my 6-year-old, yeah, she's in school.
Okay, but pretty much, they all, have to get out of the house in the
Oh
morning to go
yeah,
to their.
yep. We have
Okay,
a. They
okay,
have to leave the
okay,
house.
that's pretty good. So give them that good relationship right there.
Mhm.
And actually, thanks once again for sharing this information with me. I have everything here. I can see where we have some broken lines. I can see where we have some no communication, no connection, and I see where we have some solid lines and very positive communication.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, keep this with me, and like I said, we will use this, to finalize our assessment, and this will help us a lot to set up our goals
Okay.
because there should be some indications that maybe it's possible that your alcohol
Yeah.
issue might be a little bit related to your dad also having some alcohol issues.
Yeah.
So, sometimes, it runs in the family, it goes from some, goes like, from generation to generation. Some like will skip a generation, will skip a couple of generations, then comes back again.
Okay.
So, have you ever, for any reason, think about just for one bit, maybe your alcohol issue or your drinking habit maybe comes from your dad? Have you ever
Yeah.
thought about that?
No, but that now that you're saying that to me,
Yeah,
it
kind of
could
like
be.
it could be
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's just nice to know. And like I said, most often, this is not actually what would be, but
Okay.
it pretty much helps us a lot to know, like I said,
Mhm.
why this is happening, where the traces are coming from, and that helps to give us a better assessment.
Okay.
So thanks for sharing this again with me.
Yep. You're welcome.
Yeah, I know. One last thing that we will have to do is now you've shared every information with me. I appreciate you coming, and before we get done today, I know you are here because you're trying to work on your binge drinking.
Yeah.
You like want to do everything that you could with your help, with the help of other agencies outside, which I happen to be one,
Mhm.
to stop your drinking habit. And
Okay.
you've also realized, how stressful it is to you. You think
Mhm.
it's not good for your kids, your family and everything, it's not really the best thing to do.
Mhm.
So what are some of the goals that, you might want to set for yourself? So if in case, we want to set up the next appointment to meet, we might start looking at how closer we are getting to those goals. I think maybe couple of goals should be fine for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want me to set up a couple goals before our next meeting?
For our next meeting,
The
so
next.
when next we meet, we'll be like,
Okay.
okay, the last time we had a conversation, you wanted to go to the bar every weekend. Now
Um.
you seems like you want to go just like
Yeah.
same every weekend. They just be there for like maybe an hour or two and come back home. Just kind of like just so we make like a progress. That we
Yeah.
can only succeed where we have some goals,
Okay.
so we can focus on those goals.
Okay. I could try to set some goals before we meet next time, which would I'm gonna try really hard to stay out of the bars. I'm gonna try
Okay.
not to go at all, and if I fail at it, I will let you know.
Okay, I got that. So,
Um.
so
So
I will
I
just.
and I want to try to not cut ties, but have a relationship with my friends because they haven't been here to support me on me wanting to get sober for my family.
So when you just to cut you short, sorry for interrupting. When you talk of staying out of the bar, are you saying like not going at all or limiting how often or how frequent you go? Just so like I get it
Just
straight.
try to stay out of the bar.
Just try to stay
Period.
out of the
Yeah.
bar. Yeah, and do you know any ways that you think you might do that? Is it just like just
Yeah.
making up your mind of not going, or
Maybe
maybe
working on instead of going to the bars in the evenings, go to the fitness center more often and
Okay, stay out of the bar. So we will say going to some other place. And a good example which you gave was the fitness center. And what was your second goal again? I think you talk about something with your friends.
yep, try to stay away from my friends because like they haven't been supportive, and focus on doing more things with my children.
Okay, so I just got and stay away from friends and focus more on family, just children.
I think those are the only two main ones, like because those are big goals
No,
for
actually,
me.
these are really big goals, and I'm happy. You've mentioned about staying out of the bar and also staying away from your friends because
Yeah.
looking at the case which we have in front of us, it has much to do with the bar and has much to do with the friends. So
Yeah.
once we work on these two goals, I can guarantee you, and I'll do the best I could to work with you to make sure we meet these goals.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be tomorrow, it doesn't have to be next week, but
Okay.
we'll work on it, we'll take our time, I'll make sure these goals are met. So I think we've pretty much, covered everything for today.
Okay.
I do apologize if I kept you a little bit longer than we are
Oh no,
supposed to.
it's
I know
fine.
we had a 30 minutes appointment, but I know we're a little bit getting above it. And I would like to set up a next appointment with you,
Okay.
and while so we can go over these goals and we see where things are at. So what is your schedule like next month?
Um, next month.
Yeah, I know we are almost getting to the end of the
Yeah,
month,
it's
and I know
almost.
holidays
Just
coming, your
schedule me
kids.
something for if you have anything like the end of the week in the later afternoon works better for my schedule.
That's end of the week of next month. So are you talking of like the beginning of next month?
Yeah, and then like the end of the week
So
works better.
are you looking at actually the first week of November?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so let me look at my calendar real quick right here. I
Okay.
think oh, I have an opening on Wednesday, November 1st.
Okay.
That's like right after Halloween. I know you were trying to, if I could recall, you didn't want to set up anything before the holidays because
Yeah.
I know your kids will be all excited about Halloween. I
Yeah.
also will be taking my kids out, so I won't even be at the office. We have some events going on around here, so I might be busy with
Okay.
that. So doing something after Halloween will be just so great. So I'll put
Okay.
you down for November 1st, and that's a Wednesday. And what time works best for you?
Do you have anything at like 3 o'clock?
Let me take a look. I'm here from 8 to 5. My lunch is at 12:30. 3 should be fine.
Okay.
Yep. So I'll put you down for next appointment, November 1st at 3 p.m.
Okay.
And we'll meet right in this same office.
Okay.
So by the time you leave and walk out, I'm gonna hand over. I'm gonna give my card.
Okay.
My phone number is there. If in case anything comes up, you're always free to call. We
Okay.
can always reschedule. And just like you did today, when you come, at the front desk, they'll notify me and
Okay.
they'll just let you in. So before we wrap up, do you have any question for me?
No, I don't have much. No, I don't have any questions actually because I just want to, like, I'm glad that we set goals for me to work on the next 2 weeks before I come back.
I
And
do appreciate that too.
I understand everything pretty clearly. Just glad that you're here to help me, and hopefully we can move positive and forward from here on out. And I actually am very grateful that I have this opportunity to meet and get the help because if I didn't, my drinking could cause really like serious things to happen in my life.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. And one of the greatest goal is always, to identify, one of
Yeah.
the areas where, issues are, because most of the time, you can never solve a problem without first of all identifying where that problem is
Exactly.
coming from. So
Yep.
right now we know where the problem is coming from. We know where the stressors are. We know everything. We already have a goal,
Mhm.
and hopefully, by the next time we meet, we'll be having some different figures in front of me.
Yep.
4 to 5 bottles of drinks, and I want to hear one or two,
Okay.
and that should be our goal. And like I said, you can always get back to me. You can always call me, and my card also have my email. You can
Oh,
shoot me
okay.
an email if you have any questions while you're working on these goals. I can always, reply and tell you, how to go about stuff. And again, Heidi, like I said, thanks for coming.
Yep.
Thanks for sharing your information with me. I wish you a good rest of the day.
Okay.
And if we don't meet or talk again, enjoy a happy Halloween, and I wish you the best with your goals.
Okay,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
coming and have a good day.
You too. Thank you very much.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Yeah.